Hey families, and welcome back to Black History for Us All. I'm Mrs. Deb, and I'm so glad you're here. Every day this month, we uncover the lives of Black artists, leaders, and activists whose stories deserve to be told. Because Black history isn't just for some of us, it's for all of us. In our last episode, we explored the life of Josephine Baker, a performer, war hero, and civil rights activist who used her fame to fight for justice. Today, we highlight another Black woman who used her talents not just to entertain, but to demand change. She was a singer, songwriter, and fearless activist whose music became the soundtrack of the civil rights movement. Today, we celebrate the legendary Nina Simone. Nina Simone was born Eunice Kathleen. Nina Simone was born Eunice on February 21st, 1933, in Tyrone, North Carolina. From a young age, she showed incredible music talent. By the time she was 3, she was already playing the piano by ear, and at 6, she was performing in her local church. She trained hard, studying at the Juilliard School of Music, but despite her talent, she faced racism and rejection when she applied to the Curtis Institute of Music. But that rejection changed the course of her life. Determined to make a career in music, Eunice began performing in clubs under the name Nina Simone to keep her mother from finding out that she was singing jazz and blues. Her powerful voice and unique style, blending classical, jazz, and gospel, quickly made her a star. Her first hit, I Loves You, Porgy, shot her to fame in 1959. But as the 1960s unfolded, Nina's music took on a new purpose. It became a call for justice. She inspired the civil rights movement, and she began using her voice to fight against racism and oppression. After the 1963 bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham, Alabama, which killed 4 little Black girls, Nina Simone was outraged. In response, she wrote and performed a bold and angry protest song that shook the nation. Unlike other artists of her time, Nina Simone did not sugarcoat her message. She sang about lynching, segregation, and the struggle for Black freedom, making her a powerful yet controversial figure. Songs like Young, Gifted, and Black and For Women became anthems of the movement, giving a voice to the pain, pride, and power of Black identity. But being outspoken came at a cost. Nina Simone was blacklisted by the music industry, and many radio stations refused to play her songs. She struggled financially, and by the 1970s, she had moved to Africa and later Europe, feeling abandoned by the country she had fought for. Despite her struggles, she continued to perform, recording music advocating for human rights around the world. By the time she returned to the U.S. in the 1980s and 90s, she had regained recognition as one of the most influential musicians of all times. Nina Simone's influence is still felt today. Artists like Lauryn Hill, John Legend, and Alicia Keys have cited her as an inspiration. Her music continues to be a symbol of resistance and empowerment. In 2018, she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, a long overdue recognition of her impact on music and activism. Her songs remain as relevant now as they were during the civil rights movement. Nina Simone's life teaches us the power of using art for activism. Here's how we can honor her legacy. Use your voice for change. Through music, writing, or any form of expression, speak up for what is right. Support Black artists and activists. Their work continues the fight for justice. Learn more about music that fueled the civil rights movement. History is told through songs, and Nina's music is a powerful part of that story. Want to keep learning? Download today's free printable at heymrsdeb.com/podcast. And if you love the podcast and you want to help us keep sharing these stories, donate at paypal.biz/heymrsdeb. Next time, we meet a Black pioneer who left Earth's atmosphere to make history. You won't want to miss the story of Leland Melvin, the astronaut, engineer, and former NFL player who proved that the sky is not the limit.